Alright people, what's going on? It's your man Irvin Love reporting live and direct from somebody's mother's basement. I got a chance to sneak in here while she wasn't home because her and her husband decided to step out because she don't even want to let him know that I've been creeping in her basement. I'm just messing with you guys. I don't want my channel banned, but you know how it is. The brother got to say what the brother got to say. But anyway, let's get into this thing, man. We watch the Lakers play the Utah Jazz. Like I shared on my last video, guys, I know a lot of people were kind of like in disbelief because we got beat by the Clippers, our hometown rival. I told guys, listen, you got to remember, first of all, we got a new coach, a whole bunch of new players. You only get, remember, a lot of them didn't play in the preseason together. They probably practiced for like a month, if two, if that. And, and you remember, when you're practicing, that doesn't mean anything because you're not playing against opponents. You're playing against your teammates. So, in retrospect to that, I say this and I say it over and over again. You got to give them guys some time to gel. Got to give them time. You just ain't expect the Lakers to put a team together and just go right in there with a formula and going to kick some butt. It's not always going to happen. Some teams, yeah, once in a while, but not all the time. You got to really have everybody clicking on the same cylinder, the same button, the same understanding, especially when you're trying to push towards something. Anyway, they play the Jazz. Jazz is not a bad team. Me personally, I'm going to share this. I know a lot of Jazz fans might not like this, but I'm going to say this. I like Ricky Rubio. I liked it and I like Favors. I always have this method in me about if it ain't broke, why fix it? Y'all won 50 games last year. Mitchell was killing. All you had to do is add a couple of veterans in there off the bench, and you'd probably have been okay. Stay, I went with Conley, and there's nothing wrong with Conley. I like Conley, but Conley to me is a wishy-washy type of player. He's up and down. He was, I think, one of the first guys to get one of them big, major max contracts, which I still to this day don't think that he deserved it. But, it is what it is. Get your money, son. I ain't mad at you. But Conley, I mean, like I said, right now he's stressed. Was 2 games he's struggling. Saying that about the Lakers, I say the same thing about Jazz. Give him time. But I like the Ricky Rubio. I like dude, man. Dude could pass. Wasn't a good defender, but he played pretty good, But he could pass, man. He got guys easy shots. And if you look at the Jazz, man, they were struggling to get shots. Struggling to get shots. Goldberg, you already know that he's not an offensive-minded type of player. So, you got to expect that from him. But they were struggling. But let's not talk about the Jazz, man. At the end of the day, this is a Laker channel. But I just say to the Jazz fans, there's still hope. Not knocking the team. I think that once they start to gel, they should be okay. But I would never give Ricky Rubio and Favors. That's just me. Some people might disagree. But you know what? That's the whole point about being in America or just being in the world altogether. We have a difference of opinions. To that day when everybody got to think alike, act alike, I'm getting the hell out of here. Just going to keep it real with you. But anyway, now look at the Lakers. I know a lot of people don't like the idea of LeBron James bringing the ball down, but let's be real. Without another alpha male playing next to LeBron James, 9 times out of 10, LeBron James is going to bring that ball down. Let's be real. This game right here, LeBron James looked it more like I said he should look like, bringing the ball down. Attacking the basket, running fast breaks, giving players opportunity to get, easier shots. They wasn't really forcing a lot of things. So they played within their chemistry, not within the Utah Jazz chemistry, because Utah Jazz like to slow it down a lot. But the Lakers, they actually slowed down a couple times, but they still utilized the opportunity that was put in front of them. Also with Anthony Davis, for the simple fact that he playing center. I said it before and I said it again, and I said on Twitter, at the end of the day, you're going to have to, man up and play center. It's going to come down to that. You got an easy opportunity to take advantage of players and teams who can't match up with you. Why not take advantage of it? Playing power forward, that's cool and all, but until you, I guess, when Rondo get back, then we can actually see how we adjust with you then. But playing the center, coming in playing the center a little bit, that was cool. LeBron James had an outstanding game. Doing exactly what I said he should be doing at that height, at 6'8", 240, 250, backing them little guys down, laying it up, shooting over them and all that. Everything I said that LeBron James should did in the first game, he did in this game. And that's my hats off to dude. You got to take your hats off to LeBron. He had a hell of a game. You can say what you want. Like I said, even though he's up in age, he still took advantage of these guys. Played pretty good. I like the way he played. Bradley and Green, defensive like crazy. I love it. I'm going to keep it real with you. That's why I say I like this lineup. And at the end of the day, Bradley can bring the ball down. So when we sit there and say we need a point guard to help LeBron bring across the court, that's what Bradley coming at. Bradley can bring the ball down, and plus on top of that, they all were passing. They were making extra passes. Not as much as you want. I mean, not as much as you wanted to because they weren't passing as much, but they did okay. You know what I mean? They did okay. We can't knock it because they, they were beating the, the Jazz. And at the same time, LeBron James had a hell of a rest. He sat down for a long period of time. And that was good too, because when he came back in, he had hell of an energy to actually move the team like he wanted to. Anthony Davis, he struggled a little bit on offense. He was 7 for 17, but he still had an outstanding game. He had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 blocks. On defense, he was killing. 21 points. And that's the things that a lot of people don't look at. They always look at your points, but never look at your defense. The other little tangibles that a lot of these players do. Like I said, Green and Bradley had a hell of a defensive game. They really, they actually made Mitchell and fight for a lot of their points. Even though Mitchell still dropped 24, he still had to fight for a lot of them points. If you think about it, if you look at his stat, he was 7-15, which ain't bad. And I go back to Anthony Davis, 7-15, he had 7-17, ain't bad too. It ain't really bad. But somebody at his height, playing close to the rim, he's more effective to me at the rim. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with hitting jumpers here and there, but when you got a mixed match, attack the basket, big boy. Put them guys on your back and go ahead and lob it up, dunk it, whatever it may be. But he still played pretty good. You can't knock what they did. McGee didn't have a good game. Him and Dwight Howard still played pretty good. I like that tangible. I like that rotation, him and Dwight Howard. Both of them ain't get that. Dwight Howard actually got more minutes than McGee, and it makes sense because Dwight Howard came in pretty strong. He still got to finish hard around the basket. That's his pet peeve right now. He's not getting up at all, to finish around the basket. As in defense-wise, he had a good game. 7 rebounds. He had 2 assists, 2 steals. He had 2 blocks. So he did a lot, but he was just foul trouble. Quinn Cook ain't really do too much, but the play off the bench for that night was Daniels. 15 points, killing it. 4 for 8 behind the 3-point. Before he went 4 for 8, he was actually 3 for 4. He was 3 for 4 and he was hot. Then he had a couple of, he shot a couple of them ones. But before that, during the time when we had that run, that spurt, Daniels was knocking down shots. Played pretty good. Didn't really have nobody else off the bench that really played as well. So I know a lot of people beating up KCP, but let's be honest. We can go down that whole list and say a lot of guys didn't do much. They got minutes besides Daniel. Cook, like I said, he was 2 for 8, only 4 points. He did have 3 assists. Caldwell Pope, he 21 minutes, only got 1 point. That was from the free throw line. He was 0 for 6, but he don't take that many shots. Alex Caruso only had 2 points. He missed a layup. But that layup was actually contested. But he had 20 minutes too. Novell only got in there for 3 minutes. So really the bench ain't really show us nothing. And they didn't have to. To be honest with you, the starters actually put it away. With Daniels coming off the bench and lighting it up. So, Dudley played pretty good defense. The thing is, I keep telling fans and over again, you're not going to see everybody score right now because there's not a lot of ball movement. When you got 2 stars on the team and these stars are actually guys who actually drop 25 or more points, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be much more ball movement between those two than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So in retrospect to that, everybody got to get theirs. But it's up to your point forward to make sure these players, get opportunity, to get shots off. Now, the thing is, with no real true point guard coming off that bench as a veteran, not knocking Cook, but I'm talking about as a veteran, not knocking Caruso, as a veteran. Right now, we're struggling off that bench. Now, when Rondo come back, now, I don't know, he might start, and he might start over probably Bradley, and they probably bring Bradley off the bench. Then you'll look at a different dynamic. But me, personally, I said it over and over again, I like Rondo to actually come off that bench to give LeBron James a breather. Because if you look at that bench, under pressure, as you seen with Patrick Beverley, a lot of our point guards fold up. And I'm not saying as in like, the defense he put on him is smothering, but a lot of these veterans, like these young players, are still not ready to take on the load of playing against a veteran and a feisty one at that. Now, Rondo, that's a different animal. He can do that. But, like I said, if they decide to start Rondo, it's cool with me. I'm not going to be upset. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at it from my perspective because you do got guys who can come off the bench and play against their secondary. But at the end of the day, but like I said, I like Rondo because Rondo is much more of a veteran that comes off that bench that give them much more power as in somebody that can bring that ball down and does not flint under pressure. And I'm not knocking Cook or Caruso and them guys like that, but when push comes to shove, that's what's going to happen. Well, that's what I would say would want to happen. But, when it gets down to like after the All-Star break and it's starting to get down to the grind, you're going to see Rondo in there. And not only that, Rondo might not start. He's still going to probably get a lot of playing time within that rotation because remember, KCP is getting a lot of that time. So 9 times out of 10, KCP is not going to get that much time when Rondo comes. And I don't know which one of these guys, one of them guys going to probably have to sit down. I don't know who, but right now, look, Lakers played pretty good to me. That's all I can say. You can't knock it for what they did. They played pretty good. Like I said, wasn't a lot of ball movement, but they still did okay. They did fine. Pick and rolls between LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I like it. The lobs. They were having fun, man. That was the main thing, having fun and just doing what you feel that was comfortable in an opportunity to win this game. And as we go to the box score, I gotta make sure I turn this thing off because this daggone thing got a habit of popping up. But anyway, we get to the box score. I ain't at the box score. I'm at the wrong thing. My bad. I'm at to go with team stats. And I'm going to go to team stats because, you know, I always like to talk about the team stats. Just to share a couple things. Not going to be long, but, you know, just real quick video. Free throw. I'm going to start the field goal. Jazz shot 41%. We shot 39%, which is not good. 3-pointers, they were 8 for 25. We 8 for 26, so almost even. 32 to our 30%. Free throws, we shot 79% from the free throw line. They shot 95%. They only missed 1. We missed 5. It is what it is. You know, we still won. We out rebounded. Remember, got out rebound by a much more rugged Clippers team than we did this team right here. That didn't really do too much rebounding wise, but they did all right. You know, they had 47 out of 52, so it wasn't too much of an edge. Then we only edged them by 5, which was important. But the biggest important thing is that we did not allow them to overtake us on the offensive boards. We actually controlled the offensive board. We had 11 to their 3, whereas the Clippers, who had a small lineup, out rebounded us on the offensive boards. Defensive rise, they got us by, 6? That's okay. We had 31. Assists is about even, 19. Like I said, the difference between Vogel and Luke is Luke is under Steve Kerr and all of them. They like a lot of ball movement. Steve Kerr, who also the student under God dang it, Phil Jackson and a couple other guys. But the point is, the ball movers still need to be much more fluid. We need to pass the ball around much more and get guys easier and better shots. We only had 19 assists with LeBron doing 10 of them. That just shows that we're not passing the ball around enough. You know what I'm saying? Because the ball just stay in one person's hand. Like I said, when we get across the court, we make a couple passes to an open shot. You know what I mean? So there was a couple sequences where you seen them with some real good ball movement and a lot of assist hockey passes. You know what I mean? But here, you know, like I said, that was only in spurts. We need to see more of that to get the defense to play a little bit more honest. Because if the defense can predict where you're going to, that's a bad rep and a bad story for the Lakers. Steal-wise, we had pretty good steals. You already know, like I said, the defense was just all over the ball, man. They didn't give Utah any room, almost similar to what the Clippers did to the Lakers. The Lakers took that same recipe from the Clippers and brought it to the Utah Jazz at home at the Lakers Stadium. So in retrospect to that, they utilized it and they played pretty good stingy defense. We had 9 blocks to their 2. Yeah, we actually had 9 blocks. Like I said, and this is what I forgot what they used to call this. Anyway, turnovers, they had 23 to our 14. Most of our turnovers came towards the end, not so much during the time where, you know, when it really count. You know what I'm saying? So it was okay. Fast break points, like I said, way down. 13 to their 14. Like I said, Jazz are not a team that like to run a lot, and the Lakers only had 13. Remember last year, all the time with Luke, we used to have like, 20 something fast breaks, 30 something fast break points. 20 something, 30 something, because that's what they always do is get out and run. But this is an old, much more veteran team, but you got to get on fast breaks. The fast breaks actually what it does is it does not let the defense to set up. When you run half court sets, you're giving defense time to set up and utilize their skills. Only thing about it is that the Lakers played pretty better defense than the Utah Jazz and took away a lot of opportunities from the Jazz. And that's about it, man. But anyway, I said it was still a good game. We won. We're 1-1, and we just got a long mountain to climb. We just got to start hoping that the players can gel together. Be very optimistic on the players, guys. Don't beat them up so quick. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all hate KCP. It is what it is, man. He's on the team. I know people are upset that he got that 2-year contract agreement, but he's with Clutch Sports. You know what I'm saying? Clutch Sports, and based on the fact that he's with LeBron and all of them, you know it's bound to happen. But it is what it is, man. Take the win. At the end of the day, let's be thankful for that. With that being said, it's your man Urban Lover. Like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section, tell me what you guys think. Catch y'all on the next vid. Take care and be safe out there.